Welcome, everybody, to the Healthy Habit Podcast. I'm Dr. Dayan of Healthy Habit Medical Center, located right inside Healthy Habit Health Foods. And today we're doing our check-in here with Better Being Company, or formerly known as Nutraceutical. But our first time here talking with Lydia Ellsworth, a dear friend of ours, great partner with ours here, but first time talking actually on the podcast. Lydia Ellsworth currently serves as the Health and Beauty Education Specialist for Nutraceutical, or Better Being Company. She's also the area sales representative for Arizona and New Mexico for this company, selling a robust portfolio of Better Being's products to health food stores. She has over 22 years of experience, folks, in the natural products industry with this company. She has specialized experience in selling health and beauty products, exclusively working with the HABA category for over 10 years, and I'll have you explain that here in a moment here, Lydia. She enjoys traveling, has had the opportunity to live in France, developing a fluency in French. I didn't know that till right now. Lydia currently lives in Arizona with her husband, 4 children, and 2 German shepherds. So we're going to dive in today to all things Castor Oil Heritage Store, awesome company. We're going to cover a scalp treatment that Lydia wants to tell us about, which includes tea tree and rosemary, and much more here, cayenne and ginger. It's going to be an action-packed show here. Lydia, welcome to the podcast.
Dion, it's so great to see you again. And
Likewise.
I'd like to give a little bit of an overview of the Heritage Store in general. A lot of people don't realize that it has such a rich history. It was launched in 1969 in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it was launched by a store. So if you go to Virginia Beach today, you will still find a store with the name Heritage Store, and they launched their own brands. And so that is how the company came to be. And the
Got it.
first product, it's pretty cool. And the first product that was launched at Heritage Store in Virginia Beach was rose water. And that is
Oh,
our,
the classic.
yeah, the classic. And so it's very recognizable on the shelf with a pink bottle, right? You
Yep.
know, you see that pink bottle and you know it's Heritage
Right.
Store brand. Yes. And then castor oil was launched right after that. There was some partnership with Edgar Casey with some of the formulations. And so it has been a staple for the Heritage Store much longer, and than the viral social media trends that we're seeing today. Been around and used and loved for a long time.
And in that intro that I just gave your bio, you said that you've been for over 10 years working with that HABA, the HABA category, and that includes Heritage Store, Life Flow, Skin by Ann Webb, Latter Neem, and Organic South. Tell us, what is that HABA? What is that category exactly? Health.
Yeah, so health and beauty.
Got it.
So that is, I worked exclusively during a period of time, Nutraceutical slash Better Being Company. They had reps or specialists just solely focused on that category. And so now I visit Healthy Habit, and I cover all of the brands, including our supplements, Solaray and Cal.
Yes. Perfect. So great. That's a great intro to Heritage Store. I definitely know that rose water, which we do have here at the store, by the way. That's how one of the original products there, or the first one, I think you said, right? The rose water.
The rose water, which is damask roses from Europe, and our Vormag water, which is vortex energized water. So simplicity in the ingredients, just 2 ingredients.
Got it. And I'm going to pull up the new to the Castor Oil Collection, at least. Again, since 1969, Heritage Store, luscious hair, balanced scalp, and better wellness rituals. You know, a lot of people come in here not only to the clinic, but also just the health food store at Healthy Habit here, looking for hair, scalp support. They have the thinning happening. Lydia, I'm sure you heard all about this over the last decade plus. So introduce us to this, the new collection here.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is, I would have to mention that the Heritage Store organic castor oil in a glass bottle. It's hexane free, cold pressed. That is the number one selling castor oil product in the natural channel in the entire United
Oh,
States.
wow.
Okay. So you stock that product, and that is the main ingredient in our new products that we are launching. So when we discuss, one thing that is important to recognize is that all of these products have been dermatologically tested and have been labeled as hypoallergenic.
Okay.
And when we talk about dermatological testing, It's basically we do a process that's called repeat insult patch testing, and it's conducted in human volunteers. And so it is important to know that that has been done, with these products, and we can claim that they're both dermatologically tested and hypoallergenic. And that, when you look at the competition out there, is not always the case.
Got it. I'm going to do a quick screen share here in a moment. Start us off with then on the rosemary or the scalp treatment that you wanted to cover, including the tea tree and the rosemary.
Got it. Okay. We'll start with the castor oil and rosemary, and this is a hair volumizing treatment. And there is quite a bit of viral activity online
Yeah.
and on social media regarding rosemary. So there are a lot of options out there. So how is it set apart? I'd say one of the things is that it's been blended very strategically with some other oils. And why would we do that? I'd say when you're looking at the castor oil in general, it's kind of a thicker, heavier oil. And
Uh-huh.
so when you're looking for something that you want as a scalp treatment, we've blended it with some more lightweight oils that have some hair and scalp benefits. And
Interesting.
so for the castor oil and rosemary, just to break down some of the ingredients,
Yeah.
the castor oil, it nourishes, moisturizes, help minimize frizz, flyaways, and split ends. It also contains sweet almond oil, which nourishes and moisturizes. It also helps with flyaways and split ends, but it is also a lightweight oil that helps the product be more usable and user friendly when you're
Uh-huh.
applying it. Yeah, and we also have grape seed oil in there and avocado oil, okay, and a little bit of pumpkin seed oil as well. And there are known benefits to pumpkin seed and almond that are beneficial to the scalp. All
Uh-huh.
right. And the rosemary, which is an essential oil, it
Yeah.
helps strengthen the hair and the scalp health.
Amazing. Yeah, I use rosemary essential oil just as a standalone too. I'll just drop that on the scalp, rub that in. So this is an
Oh, you
interesting
do?
product. Yeah, it's super good for the hair, rosemary. Like my
Yeah.
hair feels stronger now than in high school.
Yeah.
Rosemary is
That's great.
incredible. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
blood mover. So wherever you apply rosemary, and I know you know this, but it's good to educate the listeners too. It draws blood to wherever you drop it. If you put it on your hand here, if you're sore, like from working out, and you put it on your arm, it will help bring blood to the bicep or tricep wherever you apply it, and help to heal that area. Same thing goes with our hair follicles. If we drop it on the scalp or the hair, the head, it brings blood up all and nourishes those hair follicles to help strengthen them really. So, and
Absolutely.
would you use these in a similar uh regiment, or would these be
No.
separate?
You can, I'll say that you can use them together.
Okay.
For example, the tea tree, well, I mean, when I say together on different parts of your scalp, if you'd like, let's say that you want to encourage hair growth on the front of your head, and maybe you have some bumps or irritation on the back of your head that you'd want to clarify, and the tea
Yeah.
tree oil is going to be more of a clarifying treatment. And so the tea tree, and it has the added ingredient of black castor oil, which for the listeners out there, black castor oil is simply um, is castor beans that have been roasted. Okay, that is
Yeah.
really the difference between castor and black castor oil, but it also has it has a benefit of helping to detoxify the scalp.
Yeah.
And so black castor oil has been used just as a standalone product for years and years. So I'd say the tea tree product is much more of a clarifying, scalp clarifying product. I
Okay.
have personally used both. One half of my head, the rosemary, and the other half tea tree. And I would like to speak to just how easy it is to use. We have a dropper bottle. You can stick a little, you can either, put some drops directly in your hand or use the applicator just directly on the scalp,
Right.
massage it in. I'd recommend doing it 30 minutes to an hour before a shower. And it is a thinner texture than a regular castor oil would be. So it's very,
Uh-huh.
you can massage it well. And you should give it a try, Dayon. It sounds like you
Uh-huh.
already like rosemary. I
I'll report back. I'll report back in our next
know.
episode. Okay, so there's jojoba oil, there's castor oil, there's shea butter, there's different types of oils. I mean, that's just a couple. There's coconut oil. Tell us, so give us like a 10,000-foot bird's eye view. Why castor oil? Like, what's the take home there on that? Why did Heritage Store choose to incorporate castor oil specifically into their different products? Why castor oil?
Yeah, castor oil in general. So, castor oil is very rich in ricinoleic acid, which is an omega-9 fatty acids. Just a kind of a fun fact, I was just in France and I bought a hair product with castor oil in it. And the name or the word for castor in French is ricin, R-I-C-I-N. So, ricinoleic acid
Right.
is what castor, yes. And so, what does that do? It helps encourage thicker, fuller looking when you use it on your brows. You can use brows, lashes, and we're not saying these treatments should be on those products. I mean, we just castor oil by itself
Okay.
for your brows, lashes, and hair. It can moisturize skin. It's ideal, for any areas that are prone to dryness, and so it's very nourishing. And the benefit of it is really nourishing, moisturizing, minimizing frizz, flyaways, and split ends
Right.
when you're looking at hair and scalp.
Got it. And in that screen share I just did a couple moments ago, it says it actually on the bottles why each one's being like, for example, the castor oil tea tree combo, it tells us it's for the clarifying scalp treatment.
Right.
And then the one with the rosemary, that's more for volumizing. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
Got it. Like for
Absolutely.
thicker. And in fact, actually, some of them do have the jojoba added in there, and the argan oil and the black, like you mentioned, like the tea tree blend, for example, or in the rosemary version with the avocado oil. So it's not only castor oil in every single one of these products, which is good. You're bringing in all different types of oils because each of them bring their own unique benefits to the table, right?
Absolutely. And like I said, mixing the heavier weight oils with the lighter weight oil makes it user friendly.
Right. Okay, got it. And then I'm sure you get questions, are these comedogenic? Do you want to explain that idea of comedogenic and what that means with the pores and all that?
Yeah, no, it definitely is that they're not comedogenic. And
Hmm.
when you look at castor oil, specifically black castor in general, it helps break down if your body is producing excess oil, it actually will help break that down. So if somebody has a problematic scalp, you can use black castor oil to help clarify the scalp. And so
Oh,
and
wow.
so it doesn't, yeah, and so it does not cause any sort of skin issues. I mean, you can put it on any dry area. You can put it on your face, and generally speaking, I mean, you shouldn't, create a breakout situation for yourself.
Right. And if you're listening to this and it's the first time you ever heard that word, comedogenic, in the context of skincare, what does that mean? It means ingredients or products that have a high likelihood of clogging pores, which can lead to blemishes, breakouts, blackheads, versus non-comedogenic products like the ones we're discussing here today with Lydia, which are less likely to cause pore blockage, breakouts. And that's basically the simple version of that. So
Yeah.
comedones yeah, comedones, blackheads, whiteheads, depends how you want to pronounce it. But so
Hey,
like cocoa butter, coconut oil, those are all that are comedogenic. So if someone's using a lot of coconut oil on their face, they might notice they keep getting breakouts. That might be why. So that's something interesting to
it
think
is.
about there.
And
So,
sometimes, I mean, when you think about oil attracting oil to help pull oil, some very popular facial cleansers are based off of non-comedogenic oils. And so
oh,
I like
interesting.
that you brought that up.
Good. Yeah, thanks for hitting on that. So let's hit on the specifically. I wanted to cover this product with, this is my first time seeing this blend, a castor oil and ginger for the wellness treatment. There's also the castor oil and cayenne for the wellness treatment. Can we differentiate those two products specifically?
Absolutely. So these particular products they're formulated for castor pack use. So these are not scalp treatments. These are in particular used for our castor packs.
Uh huh.
And what is a castor pack? I'm sure that you've seen either
Over the
the
liver.
cotton,
Yeah.
yeah, or the
Hmm.
wool packs. And so the cayenne one is used, was formulated to work synergistically with our organic castor oil to intensify the oil's benefits. Now, we cannot make many claims when it comes to body care products,
Uh huh.
but when the known benefits of cayenne, when we take it internally, we're talking about circulation. These are the same types of concepts that we're using for the castor packs.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, okay, perfectly. And it does say on the bottom of each of these dermatologically tested and hypoallergenic, which is good. You don't want to have a breakout from any new product you're introducing. So, how does one choose the ginger versus the cayenne version?
Yeah, so the ginger is going to be much more soothing if you need soothing in the area that you're
Got it.
the castor pack. Whereas the cayenne, if you would have, let's say, if you're applying the castor pack to a joint area, you're needing to increase circulation. That is one that you could target. And I would like to speak to the dermatologically tested because I have
Yeah.
personally tested the cayenne, the castor on cayenne, and one would think maybe there would be, some burning sensation or something with that product, but there is not. It is very easy to put on the skin and to tolerate. I did not feel any burning when I applied it on my skin.
Okay, good. Perfect. Yeah, so you're combining all these different herbs into these formulas, which is super unique when it comes to the skincare world, like the amla, pumpkin, avocado oil in one, plus then we have ginger, cayenne on the other, tea tree. These are all evidence-based, clinically studied herbs. You want to talk about that process a little bit? Like what goes into producing a
Yes,
new heritage store collection, castor oil collection? Like there's obviously research being done into this to make it very specific, correct?
absolutely. One of the things I do like to always mention is that with Nutraceutical, Better Being Company, we manufacture 86% of what we produce. And I can say 100%, we manufacture all of our castor oils, all right, all of our castor
Oh
oil
wow.
products. And so it's pretty unique. If you look on the back of our bottles, and this
Uh-huh.
is something if you're in a health food store, it's interesting to see. It says manufactured by Nutraceutical Corporation. All right. So that's something that not all companies can claim. All right. We do a lot of purity and quality testing of every single raw ingredient that comes in the door. That means every single castor bean that comes in the door. As far as formulating new items, we're very careful about any claims that we make. And so, like when we were speaking about the rosemary, definitely the increase, like you had mentioned, drawing increased circulation, drawing blood to a certain area. Those are all things that, there are known internal benefits from some of these products. And then when you're looking for a topical application, we're pulling data that all the data that we can find and being very careful about what we blend together to launch unique items that are high quality and purity tested.
Amazing, Lydia. So what might have we missed here that so a customer might come in looking for I've even got questions like can you put castor oil like in your eyes? I don't know if you ever heard something like that. Is this something especially with the cayenne version? You probably wouldn't want to do that with the cayenne
No,
blend, but
wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't put either one of those versions on your face, to be honest. I would stick
oh,
with,
okay.
yeah, I would.
All
I
of
would,
the products we've discussed today strictly scalp here,
yeah,
head, right?
yeah. The scalp. I mean, I know a couple people said that they're going to put the castor oil on and rosemary on their eyebrows, but we actually have a castor serum that I'd recommend instead for that product. And you have it, I believe you have it in store, and it has an applicator tip that is meant, and it has a blend with biotin and other ingredients that is meant more for the lash growth and eyebrow growth. And questions
Got it.
I get always internal use and questions can we take this internally? And what we recommend, we actually have our castor oil capsules in the
Uh-huh.
Heritage Store line. And a benefit of that is it is, it is measured out, and so you're not taking more than you need to take, and that that is meant for internal use. And so I think when people are trying to take things internally that are not labeled for internal use, who knows what can happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. And so, which one of these would you say is your top choice? Have you been experimenting with any of these? So the customers love to hear what the actual guest has used or
Yeah.
what they've experienced or any feedback of this new collection. Yeah, tell us about your experience with it. Which one seems to be working for you?
Oh, I love the two scalp treatments. I love the sensation of the tea tree oil. It feels invigorating to me. And so I use that, maybe towards the back of my scalp, and I'll put the rosemary on the top. And they're lovely. They rinse out well. That's a question you'll get. Is it it's castor oil? Will it stay in your hair forever? It's meant to be a scalp treatment. It will rinse clean 1 to 2 shampoos is all. And something, just a tip, Dayan, a lot of
Yeah.
people ask me about castor packs. What do you have to wash the flannel, the cotton wool flannel? What do you do with it after you're done with it? And you can actually store it in a glass bottle for up to a year and just reapply castor oil as you go. You
Oh,
do not
wow.
have to, yeah,
Okay.
and it stays, keep it in a cooler place. You don't want to put it in the sun or something, but yes.
What other strategies would you say, in just being in this field for decades, that people can apply in addition to this for healthy hair, skin, but maybe especially the scalp, since that's the topic of today? Hair,
Yeah,
what other lifestyle thing? Maybe some self massage. I like putting in the oil
absolutely.
and then massaging it in for like a minute all around. Um, Most people, they're not getting enough blood flow to the head. They don't ever get massages. If they do go for massage, it's usually like upper back, low back, but this area is always neglected for bringing blood flow to the area. What other lifestyle strategies or foods or any tips you might have for healthy hair and
Yeah.
scalp?
Yes, and I want to speak to you just brought up a very good point. There are a lot of top selling, more mass market brands out there that have been marketing their scalp massagers along with hair
Oh,
growth products. So
okay.
that is something that is
Interesting.
important, is a circulation. Definitely drinking your water, looking for companies and products that are when I give trainings on a heritage store in general, I say in its simplicity is its strength. We don't like to mix in a lot of additives that you don't need. I have teenage daughters, and they, will beg me for example, our rose water spray.
Yeah.
They've started using that for makeup setting because there are a lot of other makeup primers or setters out there that have a lot of harmful ingredients. So when you're looking at hair care, body care, facial care, just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Be wary of products that contain a lot of different ingredients that you can't pronounce or understand.
Right. Absolutely. So, what keeps you going here with such a great company like Heritage Store, Better Being Company, Nutraceutical? Some people that are brand new to that natural health world, they might have not even heard of these companies. What would you say makes them stand out? I've been to Utah. We came to Park City and toured the facility there, and it really blew my mind, opened my mind what goes on there behind the scenes to make sure the quality products are being produced with the correct nutrients that you need. You have a team of scientists basically, producing everything. So what's making this company stand out that keeps you wanting to work there and educate us?
Yes, 100% the quality and the process. We stand behind the products that we sell. And like you mentioned, we have a 1 million square foot manufacturing plant. All
Uh-huh.
right. And we manufacture 86% of what we sell, like I mentioned earlier. And everything is tested as soon as it comes in. Every raw ingredient. We have chromatography testing, we have DNA testing, we have also the top in class manufacturing. So that is one thing. Another thing that I really love about Nutraceutical Better Being is the people. You have people who have been around for a long time who are very dedicated to the company and to
Yeah.
this industry, right? I mean, this
Amazing.
industry is it's a love affair for me. I love the industry. I love the products. I love what I sell.
Yeah. That's amazing. And there's always more to learn, right? There's always new information
Absolutely.
coming out, new products to stay
A
on
lot.
top of, new health trends that are happening in the world that we need to stay on top of and know. So there's always something to do, right?
Something, and you brought up a really good point about trends. We are utilizing current trends. So there is a trend, a move towards scalp wellness in general,
Okay.
not right. And
Oh
so,
yeah,
yep,
absolutely there.
yep, and skinification of scalp and hair. And so just looking at it as something that you need to do, topical treatments that you need to give, masks that you need to give to your hair and scalp. Whereas before it was just mainly the face that was focused on that way.
Right. A lot more holistic and naturopathic doctors, they're choosing to focus on like scalp treatments, hair care with different types of microneedling and different types of
That's true.
injections into the scalp to help with hair growth. So, yeah, we're right on target, right on cue there with where the trend is on that. So, what would you leave our listeners with here? About a minute to go. What's a good take home message for today?
Yes, I would say with Heritage Store, to try it is to love it. I have been working, with this brand for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
And people, everyone I run into, you have people been using it since 1969, probably. I mean, it's been to
Right.
try it is to love it.
Wow.
I'd say with the rose water or something, I just a little thing, a little tip. I mean, I love using that product to set makeup. It's been used for makeup artists even in New York for New York Fashion Week. So we have some products that are tried and true that have become very trendy, but they're based on real data and just real high quality products.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, the fact that you've been there for, 20 plus years, it shows that there's a reason for that, right? The company is great. The products are effective. You're using them yourself. You've had probably family, friends use it. And so again, amazing. Thanks for the time. And what's a good link to send people if they want to go learn more online? What's a good link?
Yeah, the link would be, I believe it's heritagestore.com. I should look that up. I haven't looked that up recently,
Let's do
but
that right now as we're on
yeah,
here.
let's look that up. It should be just Heritage Store, or it might be the Heritage Store. Let's see.
Here, and then I'll share all the links here, folks, under the video in the description. Yeah, heritagestore.com. Yep. That's where everything can be found that we just discussed. Plus, we carry these products right here at Healthy Habit Health Foods. So if anything's missing that we might have discussed, we'll special order for you. We do that all the time. We ship nationwide, and we'll go from there, folks. You can call the store directly also at 602-252-6000. Again, 602-252-6000. Lydia, thank you for your time. Appreciate you and the team.
Thank you, Dan.